King Charles is disappointed with William's plan to rent out a holiday cottage. William plans to turn Llwynywermod cottage into a holiday home after September, which leaves King Charles upset at the decision. Welcome to Royal Expert. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell so you don't miss any news about the British royal family. King Charles is disappointed with William's plan to rent out a holiday cottage. William plans to turn Llwynywermod cottage into a holiday home after September, which leaves King Charles upset at the decision. King Charles is upset about his eldest son's decision to rent out his beloved Welshman's holiday retreat. The monarch snapped up the £1.2 million country house across the Duchy of Cornwall in 2007 and has spent years lovingly restoring it. Llwynywermod holiday home, on the outskirts of the Brecon Beacons National Park, was taken over by William when he became Prince of Wales following the late Queen's death last year. It is now said that William wants to turn the secluded cottage into a holiday home, leaving Charles annoyed and disappointed. The king would have to pay the rent if he ever stayed there again. Llwynywermod will be marketed to holidaymakers after September, and Charles is currently putting his belongings at home in storage. The king spent at least a week each year in Llwynywermod after renting it from the duchy. He voluntarily gave up the lease when the duchy passed to his eldest son. A royal source said, "The king was very upset, but that was the agreement. It meant he could continue to stay there, but he would pay rent to the duchy, and it would be rented out the rest of the time." The king and queen have invested much time and energy in renovating Llwynywermod. It was restored with the help of architect Craig Hamilton, and the interiors were designed by the Queen's sister, Annabel Elliot, in a rustic style. The royal source added, Charles agreed to pay for the overhead maintenance because he didn't want to see all the good work go to waste. The perfect cottage includes a barn attached to the three-bedroom main house, which has been renovated with traditional techniques, and 192 acres of rolling countryside. The neighbouring estates owned by the duchy had already been let out. A three-bedroom north range is £2,400 per week. William wants to spend more time in Wales, but will stay in bed and breakfasts and holiday rentals, supporting the tourism industry. Buckingham Palace said, should His Majesty remain there in the future, it will be on terms of commerce with the duchy, in the same manner as would apply to His Majesty's occupancy of Highgrove, similarly owned by the duchy. Also, when Prince William tells King Charles that he will have to pay to stay at his holiday home in Wales, the king, who has previously described the cottage as a godsend which he bought after 40 years, is said to be troubled by the decision. Prince William has reportedly told his father, King Charles, that he will have to pay if he wants to stay at his beloved holiday home in Wales. The monarch has stayed at Llwynywermod, near the Brecon Beacons National Park, for a few weeks each summer after buying the country estate in 2007. However, the quaint country house was bought through the Duchy of Cornwall, so Prince William has now taken over its management. The Prince of Wales has now reportedly told the monarch that he intends to leave the charming country house as a holiday home. Thus, Charles will have to move his belongings out of the three-bedroom home. The king, who previously described the cottage as a godsend and bought it after 40 years, is said to be disturbed by the decision. A source told the Mail on Sunday, the king was very upset, but that was the deal. It meant he could continue to stay there, but he would pay rent to the duchy and the rest of the time it would be rented out. The king agreed to pay for the upkeep as he didn't want to see all the good work. In lands are vain. Thanks for watching till the end.